recently there was a big move in the shares of solar
Huh.
companies because it seems like, you know, things are still in flux, but it looks like the direction of things, Mike, tell me if this is where you think they're headed, is towards taking out a lot of the tax credits that have gone to, solar and wind and other kind of renewable energies. So there is, I think, a big interest in the impact on and part of the breakup of well, I don't know what their relationship status now is. It's complicated. Of Elon Musk and Donald Trump was about,
Right.
EV tax credits, right? Obviously, that's been good for Tesla. So what's the future for EVs, clean tech, et cetera, under this kind of new under the one big beautiful budget?
Yeah. In the spring of last year, we published a note taking a look at what could happen to the IRA depending on the outcome of the election last year. I think what always made the IRA vulnerable if we had a Republican unified government was the fact that it was passed through reconciliation with only Democratic votes, right? And you can contrast that to something like the CHIPS Act that was passed with bipartisan support and so therefore is much more politically durable when you have electoral change. So the IRA was, I think, always going to be something that would get changed if Republicans had the opportunity.
So investors never really put all their eggs in that basket thinking, okay.
I think some of them did. I definitely heard from investors who were moving their money around based on the IRA.
Yeah, so I think what I hear from clients today is that the changes proposed to the IRA in this bill, may have a short-term impact in terms of demand for, investment in some of these renewable technologies if we lose some of these credits. But longer term, I think investors still remain quite bullish that aggregate electricity demand is going to grow so much that we're going to need to increase supply from all sources of energy, including renewables. And so regardless of what happens with the IRA, when you look at the long term, there's going to be kind of this structural demand for increasing investment in renewables.